there ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star. Shooting stars. Didn't even get to bronze. Too far, get to glass. You're looking at a shooting star. Got more than a couple of people going mad, I swear they're rooting hard. Tell them I'd be big in the game like she went and got them breast implants. I said I'm moving too fast, didn't even get a glance. I'm ready to eat up track like I'm seated in a restaurant. If you had swag like mine, you know it's best to flaunt. We aren't hating because you aren't shining like it's neon, rock like Kings of Leon. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, then I just have to leave. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, then I just have to leave. Yeah, shooting. Yeah, shooting. Yeah, shooting. Yeah, shooting shots. Shooting stars. Didn't even get to bronze.
Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away, Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away.
Good evening, all. Come on, you Spurs. 3-0 victory over United. And I'm thinking this show is going to be a wee bit positive tonight. 3-0 at Old Trafford in front of their fans. Remember, 6-1 was an empty COVID stadium. 3-0 in front of their fans. Probably one of the easiest and dominant performance in their fans, probably ever at Old Trafford, because you know the history over there. And like I said, 6-1, it was an empty stadium. Still is on his way home from Manchester. He was at the game. He should be close to home, so he'll be coming in the 20th, 30th minute of the show. But there's lots to talk to. And before we start, let's do a check-in. Dan, how are you feeling tonight?
Well, much better today. Decent, brilliant from the team. Ange definitely adapted a little bit on one side, which is what I've been screaming for him to do for ages. Brennan actually had a solid game while he was on, not just 5 minutes. 4 games, 4 goals on the trot, and I've been his biggest critic, so fair play. He's grown a pair and actually stuck up to it, not just sat in the middle and cried like a little boy. Well done to him. Well done to Spurs. I can't complain. If I'm going to be honest, I don't even think Werner was as bad as people said. It's just his finishing and passing is crap.
Yeah. We'll get to that. Sue Smith, big up Tom and Matt, Eugene and Ian. Got a lot of happy people tonight. You're happy tonight?
Yeah. But I kind of want to allude to Sue Smith's comment about keeping the feet on the ground, because obviously we were brilliant. I thought Johnson, not just attacking wise, I thought defensively he was really good today.
Mm-hmm.
Like his tracking back was brilliant. Kulusevski's just getting better every game, and he was probably my man of the match. I think Bentancur, touch wood, he's got over these injury troubles, and I thought he was brilliant. And Solanke, I thought did all right again. Like the midfield would seems to work really well with those 3 so far, and let's hope Maddison can keep going where he, like last year when he did the first 10 games and didn't carry on. But this year, hope he can carry on. And I thought Van de Ven again. I mean, I've run out of superlatives to describe Van de Ven, but he's pretty much a superhero at this point. And yeah, but to caveat all of this, I think, let's be honest, it was one of the worst Man United teams I think I've ever seen in my life. I'm not going to shy away from that because I thought they were worse than they looked under Moyes. And I think it's probably Ten Hag is on borrowed time. And they did go down to 10 men. So I'm not going to sit here and say we beat them, with 11.
They were better with 10 men, though, weren't they?
Sorry?
They was better with 10 men, I thought.
Yeah, but I think, like, my opinion on that is we let them back into the game. When we went 2-0 after half-time, we kind of just sat on it. And then we kind of let them back in because they had that sequence of like 15, 20 minutes where they had those half chances. And I'd rather cut that out personally, but we got the 3-0 and we just move, I guess, into the next game.
Yep. Dietrich,
what's up? Boy, I predicted a win. I knew it was going to happen because I told everyone Man United is not good enough. I told Bruno is do you know the character on Ice Age, the green one? I forgot his name. He reminds me a lot of that guy. Sid on Ice Age. What else? I thought I was happy with the team. Timo Werner is the only disappointment. Worst player on the pitch.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're ready to get this show on the road. And we start up with the starting lineup. The starting lineup when it first came out. Werner, Solanke, Johnson up front. Midfield, Kulu, Bentancur, and Maddison. Udogie, Van de Ven, Romero, Porro at the back. Of course, our keeper, Vicario. I saw this starting lineup. Actually, let me move this comment. Okay. Saw this, and then I looked at the bench. As you know, over the summer, people said, oh, we've gotten great depth. And I'm looking, I'm like, no, it's nothing but kids. Lancashire, Moore, Sarr, Bergvall, Basuma, Gray, Jackson, Spence, and Forster. When this came out, what were your early thoughts, Dan?
It was nothing I didn't expect. That was pretty much the team I expected.
Okay.
Through and through. I knew he was going to start Werner on the left because for some reason he does love him off. But yeah, it was nothing I wasn't expecting. I was glad he put Kulusevski in the middle again. I've been saying for 14 months now, stick him in the middle somewhere. I wasn't quite expecting him as a centre mid, but more attacking midfield central. Put him there for a consistent number of games, you'll see so much more out of him than you will on the right-hand side. So I'm glad. I think that looks like our solid mid 3 now.
Yeah.
I think Suma's going to have to fight to get back into that. And I think Kulu's gone and taken Sarr's place.
Okay. Anybody else? Starting lineup?
I didn't actually know Son was injured, so to see Werner there, I was quite surprised. But does anyone know the extent of Son's injury?
Hamstring, he's meant to have pulled it. Not nothing bad, but he's meant to have pulled it a bit from what I read. I don't know how much of it is true, but it's not meant to be a major one, game or two sort of thing.
Yeah. So the first person I'll put up here, let me move the comment, is of course the game starts first half, and this guy, VDV, makes a beautiful run, and I mean a beautiful run. Horrible defense. To be fair, that was horrible defense, but a beautiful run, a beautiful pass. We have center backs, some of the best progressive passing center backs in the league. You know, Romero's up in the stats in regards to progressive passing. EDV is not too far behind, and he lays a beautiful, beautiful tapping goal to this guy, Mr. Johnson. Before we talk about Johnson, let's talk about this guy, VDV. Great. The only thing, and it'll probably a worry after every game, because even the Peacock NBC announcers were saying this. When will his hamstrings come out? Because the system requires him to run. But when he runs, man, he's like Usain Bolt.
I mean, he did the same against Everton,
Paul,
Murray. Remember the Son goal? Yeah,
It's
when he
gonna be a
ran.
bit over. It's gonna be over the top, but I'm actually considering. I think Van de Ven might become a better player than Vertonghen.
Yeah.
I honestly see the qualities in this kid is phenomenal.
Yeah.
One of the best sprinters I've ever seen in my life.
You don't even see strikers do it like that.
Ever since they started recording in the Premier League, he is the fastest, and it's just he is your. You know how you play Monopoly, you get out of jail free card, right? He is your get out of jail free card when you're playing the high line, because he will get you out of trouble. You know, like may put his health in trouble, but he will get you. So he's the get out of free card, VDV. We'll start with you, Dan. Performance today. That beautiful run in that first half.
Well, it's not usually what a defender does, but look at the pace he's got. Like I say, he's a mutant in that aspect, and that's not an insult. He's a freak of nature on what he can do as a defender, especially. And yeah, the way he run it, yes, there was some poor defending out of it because they had about 3 chances and he just run through them. So that's their problem, not ours. Got up there, good cut across the top, and Johnson, right place, right time, puts it in the back of the net. Can't fault it. Brilliant. The potential on him is to get better. I mean, he's not even close to a prime or whatever, and
not even close.
That's one that scares me. That if we don't get some consistency, there's going to be a lot of other teams looking at him.
Do you know what's insane with that goal? He visited do you know when they were given the Man of the Match award? He even said he didn't even look up. He just passed it because he knew someone was going to be at the back post. He didn't even look up and watch. He just drilled it and he knew somebody's going to be there.
It really reminded me of the goal against Everton for Son when he ran like the similar sort of run, except he laid it off to the left. This time putting a cross in. It's quite.
Do you know how pathetic it is that our center back can beat a man 1v1 on pace? And our wingers cannot even do it.
I think Van de Ven could even play left wing, considering how fast it is.
Yeah, he's very quick. And so that's the thing. We love it, but it's just it really puts him in a position where his hammy could be pulled at any time, and if that happens, as you can see, not including this game, but Dragison's last 2 games, where he got spun, it's not good. So VDV is very important to how we play defensively. He is very, very important. Stell is not hiding; he's on his way. But any last thoughts on VDV? Beautiful assists.
Yeah. If we don't build around him. In the next 2 years, he'll be off.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing I'm scared of is, let's say Romero leaves in the summer, like who are you gonna pair him with?
That's a good question, actually.
I like this comment by Colshot. Spanish commentary said VDB. Yeah, I picked the wrong sport to play. He should be on track and field sprinter. Well, you know, stereotype. You think track and field. You think of Jamaican or Americans. You know, running it. You don't think of VDB, right? But this guy is so fast, so quick. I mean, it's
6.
Is
amazing.
it still?
And that's still in the house. We are talking about
Guys, listen. I'm only going to be 1 minute because Johnny, Ian, and I were in torrential rain after loads of traffic getting out of Manchester. So my internet's not doing too great. All I wanted to say is I'm not hiding. I'm in the middle of bloody nowhere with barely any internet. And look, I'm super happy we won, man. That was one of the best away days I've had ever. And Ian and Johnny, who are regulars, they both said that was one of the best away games they've had in a very, very long time.
Agreed.
It's kind of like Spanish commentary said, yeah, I picked the wrong sport to play. You should be on track and field sprinter. Well,
Burnley away.
You know, stereotype.
The best
Big
game
track
since
and
then,
field.
don't you think?
There, rewind.
And we lost them. Hopefully the show's still on. They get to, you know what? I don't even think they are. I don't know, but show must go on. So that was VDV, and so that goal by Kulu. I mean, not Kulu, but goal by Johnson at the other end. We need to talk about the wingers, Johnson and Timo, and their performance. Johnson scores that goal. Could have had a brace, but he was unlucky. He hit the. I'm gonna say this, and I'll say this before I throw it to you guys. Right, the opposite of the spectrum is this: if he doesn't score these last couple of games, we'll continue to criticize him, and people, right, who are on X, on Twitter, oh, see, right, you were hard on them, right? And I'm not talking about the abuse, right? No one deserves any abuse, right? Going personal whatsoever. But I'm talking about on-field criticism, right? Oh, you never criticize them, right? Those people never play the sport, right? I've played, both types of football in middle school and high school, a little bit of baseball. And I know some of my best games or some of my best form is when criticism came, either from my coach or teammates or even from the outside, right? So it's 4-4 for this guy, right? 4-4. Good job. Good job. And you scored against United, a traditional Big Six team that's not playing like a Big Six team. Good job. You're on good form right now. Could be a patch, but we don't know. But we take the positives, right? The criticism is waking him up better. So for all those who have like, oh, you see, you never criticize, you guys probably was never an athlete. Sometimes criticism can drive a player to play better.
It's what he should do.
That's what he should do, And sometimes, like my old football coach would say, we need to put a fire up your ass. It's doing that. So kudos to Johnson for scoring 4 in 4 games. Scored it, easy tapping, but he was there. And he almost got a brace. He was okay today. He was good. And you got to give him his flowers. You got to give him his props. Timo, That's a different story. But let's talk about Johnson first.
Can
Okay.
Then
With Johnson,
yeah.
With Johnson, I've been one of his biggest critics. And for me, do I think he's good enough overall as a player? He's going to have to do more than score against an average team, 2 crack teams, and a bigger team to totally win me over. But credit where credit is due at the end of the day. Past 4 games, he has shown up. He's scored important goals. I think this was probably one of the best I've seen him play while he was on the pitch the whole time. Because one of my biggest critics of him is the fact that he scores and then disappears for the rest of the game. I thought he'd done a brilliant bit of defending when he come back. I thought today, solid player, well done. Credit where credit is due. But on the criticism side, if you can't handle criticism, you're in the wrong sport. You shouldn't do sport. He has deserved every bit of criticism he gets. No, he hasn't deserved the abuse and everything. But the thing I will say with that as well is it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. I'm not making nothing right. But like Angie even said, it comes with it, basically. Like it or lump it. No, he hasn't deserved the people slagging him off and that, personally. But he has deserved every bit of criticism he has got. And what has the boy actually done? He's gone and pulled his finger out his arse, and it looks like he's got his act together. It looks like he's saying, do you know what? Bollocks, I'm going to do this. And that is why I expect the difference between a boy and a man. He keeps doing this and shows me consistency for another 5 games. Doesn't have to score in every game, but shows me consistency. I'll be the first one to step back and say, maybe I got it wrong with this fella. Fair play. You give credit where it's due. You can't expect to just have sunshine blown up your ass 24/7. Too many of these players now live in this little bubble, and too many people live in this little universe of like, as soon as you criticise something, you hate them or you despise them or whatever. No, bollocks. If I don't think he's doing good enough or someone's doing good enough, I will criticise. And I will criticise as much as I want. I don't care if it offends the person or someone else.
Honestly,
where I grew up, you got to take it on the fucking chin and get better. And that is what he is doing. So credit where credit is due. He's had a very good 4 games. Today, I thought he could have gone for man of the match along with Kulu and Van der Ven with me because of the way he was coming back and that. I thought he had a brilliant game. So credit where credit's due. Now let's see some consistency.
Before you go, Dietrich and Has, no, I don't need to apologize. This is what you guys don't understand, Hars. Apologize. If you play like shit, you play like shit. If you play well, you play well. Why do I need to apologize? Why does anybody need to apologize? Apologize for what? Now, if you're sending abuse to that person, yeah, you can apologize. When it comes to criticism in life, who do you need apologizing to? Are you a pussy, Hars, in life? I mean, I'm calling you out. Apologize to who? I criticize my politicians. I apologize. Sometimes I criticize my coworkers if they not do. It's called critique. People who are non-Spurs fans, neutrals, they were criticizing Johnson. What do they need to apologize? Has he won the Ballon d'Or? He's playing good. I'm giving him his props.
Yeah, and people got to accept that when you do it wrong, you're going to get told.
But how can we apologize after 4 games he gave us?
Well,
One year of poor performances.
We need some
And
consistency.
honestly, I know people are scared of it, but I believe every player deserves abuse. I don't care. If you're good enough, show us.
No, he means criticism. That's what he means.
Yeah.
No abuse, like, oh, you're shit, oh, you're this, or you're that.
Yeah,
But no
that's not
racism.
abuse. That's criticism.
No, for some players it's called abuse, even though I don't consider it abuse.
No, it's criticism. Some people are so touchy.
If you talk about
Some people are just so touchy with words that if you say someone's shit, you're verbally abusing them and you're destroying their mentality.
Yeah, it's true.
That's just how woke the planet is now. What you mean is he deserves his critic.
no.
Yeah, if someone goes on his on his Instagram and calls him your shit, get out of my club, I don't see the problem.
No, it's tribal. This world is tribal. You're only allowed to criticize if you don't like something, right? If you don't politicians, if I don't like this politician, I'm going to criticize him, but don't dare talk about my politician. It's the same thing with athletes in football, right? There's certain if we were non-Spurs, if Johnson had played at another team, some of our players played on another team, you would hear that criticism from our fan base. But because they play for us, right? We're not allowed to criticize. It just warps my mind how people think. But
Honestly, I'll give him his flowers. He did play well. Took 2 nice shots, but still, like, it's not enough. You scored a tap in. It doesn't mean anything for me. I need more
It was
action.
where
I need
he
to
was
see
meant
more.
to be. Yeah,
For
but
60,
it was
for
where he
what,
was meant to be
55
and what he's meant
million?
to do.
For 55 million, I expect a lot more. Not just tap ins. It means nothing to me.
We want consistency.
But not even like if he scores a goal every game and it's just a tap in. For me, it's not good enough.
I couldn't give a fuck if it's a tap in or not in that aspect because he's scoring the goal. Ange plays it so that we tap it in. He plays almost like Werner played. Tip tap all the way up there to walk it into the net. That's how we want to do it. So if he's there at the right time to put it in the back of the net and he's just doing what he's been told to do, then I've got no beef with it. Yeah, I'd love a few prettier goals than that, but come on, Dietrich, give him some credit where it's due.
No, I won't. Trust me, I won't.
Very much.
Until you become like prime Gareth Bale and you go to another level, then I'll apologize. This mediocrity, I'm not gonna tolerate it. It means nothing.
I have one last.
I want to see more. I want to see
That's
more.
probably Johnson's best game for Tottenham, though.
I don't think it's no, because we're so used to having him, not watching him have average games, and now we're saying, oh, he had a good game. No,
yeah,
man.
I never said he was amazing, though. I just said it was his best game for Spurs.
No, it's best game in a Spurs shirt, yeah, but after you giving me 0 out of 10 for a whole year, it means nothing. I want to see it against the Man City. I want to see it against the Brightons. Man U's a shit team. It's a bottom 10 teams this season.
But still, consistency is what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
And he hasn't got to score every game for me. I just want to see him putting in the effort every game and not just go missing for 80 minutes. And the past 4 games, he's done well. So credit where credit is due. Yeah, all right, he has been shit. And I ain't going to take that back because he has. That's just a fact. But past 4 games, he's done his fucking job. He's done what he's meant to do. He's pulled his finger out his arse. He hasn't sat in the corner like a little bitch like a lot of people in life do. And he's actually come out and done it like a man. Fair play to him. Credit where it's due at the end of the day, mate.
You got off the chat. You know, I listened to Salva's show after the game. It's just, there are those, right, who so can't enjoy the victory. They have to come and find you because you criticize a player, right, for their on-field performance because it has been bad. Because last time I checked, we're not first, we're not second, we're not third or fourth. But yet people say eating humble pie. Who's eating humble pie? Like I said, these 4 games, good job. Do your damn job. You want a cookie? I mean, like, good.
Like, we have to praise someone that's doing the bare minimum in their job. Imagine we did this. I would get fired.
No, it's like, oh, you made fun of you criticize him. Oh, all of our players are Ballon d'Or winners on Spurs. That's what I don't get. This fan base is so weird. Real Madrid fans, they win and they go hard on their players. Like, oh, Tuchamendi, you're not playing well enough. They haven't lost a game.
Mari, I think it's a coping mechanism.
Our fan base is so sensitive. You cannot criticize. You're not allowed to criticize a player.
No, the funniest one is when you criticize him. It's like, oh, you're affecting his mental health. You're affecting his performance. It's not like he's listening to me.
Like,
Exactly, I agree.
I'm a certified counselor. I could judge what's affecting someone's mental health. I'm telling you, people are so. Our fan base is so sensitive when it comes in.
No, it's people these days. It's not just the fan base, mate. It's people. It's the world. But
It's the world. I'm telling you.
if you want to be in a big sport and get paid 60 grand a fucking week and that, you got to take the criticism as well that comes with it and the crap. You can't just have sunshine up it. But
Lionel Messi,
He's a public figure.
He's been solid.
Criticism anyway.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi, who I love, I love Argentina. When Argentina didn't win the Copa Americas, the World Cup, retired because of the criticism. Lionel Messi. But yet, when we can, humble pie about Brennan Johnson.
You're in the mode, apologize. After 4 games.
After 4
Look at
games.
last season what he gave he gave me fucking the worst, honestly one of the worst signing I've seen in my life. Brennan Johnson, I'll say it once again. 4 games mean nothing. Until you deliver me a trophy. Or you've been consistent like Harry Kane and Son, I'm not gonna praise you.
We're better with the league. We're better. Well, these people will actually apologize. We're better with the league.
No, not even the league. A trophy.
We better.
Just give me a trophy.
No. We better with the league. We better with the league. We better with.
Just look with it. You just got to be balanced with it. Yeah. He hasn't been a good signing. He hasn't been a good player, and he's got a lot of shit lately that he deserves. But past 4 games, he's been good. So credit where it's due. He scored goals. Credit where it's due. Well done. Now go and do it consistently, and I will now change my mind and say you're a good player. You were a good player. But 4 games don't do it. But he deserves the credit. He deserves the credit at the moment.
And then the thing is, we're trying to be positive tonight. Give him his flowers. Give him his credit. But these people are coming on here, right, saying give apologies whatsoever. You're turning the show negative because you asked us to apologize. Can we just appreciate that he has scored 4 in 4 games, and we kicked Manchester United's ass in Old Trafford? We dominated them.
Exactly.
We dominated them. And here's proof. I have more pictures. Look at this. Look what we did to these people. Remember, because we played in an empty stadium. Look what we did to these people. Look at that. That's a United fan right there. There's more pictures. Look what we did to these mofos. I'm telling you. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
No, it was a very good game today. Very good display. Everyone had a good game. Werner, if he could just pass or finish, you would have said he had a decent game. He was in the right positions. He took on his man in front of him, beat him a few times. He got in the right positions. He's just absolutely shit at passing and finishing. And that's where you say he had a poor game. Apart from that, he was getting in the right positions and trying it, but he's just so shit up front that you can't say he had a good game as such. He's terrible in the final third. And the rest of our team, everyone, had a solid... Porro, I thought, was brilliant. He was good at defending as well. I still don't like this inverted wing-back stuff, but it looks like Ange has adapted a little bit, that only one sits in the middle so deeply. The other one just cuts in a little bit, because the amount of times Adoji was literally in the centre mid and that, I don't personally like it. But the fact that Ange or the team, whatever, Porro wasn't as inverted as him, thank you. That's what I've been asking for. Second half, we go 2-0 up. It looked like we actually sat back a little bit. Took a bit of steam off it, but not out of inconsistency, not out of complacency, because we knew we could. That is what I want to see. That is what I call by a manager adapting a bit. Okay, we haven't got to put the 100% pressure on them now. We're 2-0 up. We're a man up. Take a bit of steam off, catch them on a counter or whatever. And that's what we did. And that's what I've been asking for the whole fucking time. But it's going to take more than one game to win me over with Ange out. More than one solid game. Give me 10 games like this. Don't have to win every single one, but give me some consistency. I will then sit back and say I got it wrong and Jin. But at the moment, I haven't changed my mind. One game. But it was brilliant today. You can't really fault it today. There was a couple of bits you could dig at, but there's nothing to complain about, really. 3-0 against Man U at Old Trafford, one of the places we got the worst fucking record ever. Johnson got his goal today and played well. Bentancur in midfield was solid. Kulu looked fucking excellent. Maddison looks like he's got more space up there now. I'm not complaining about today. It was solid, but now I want consistency.
Yeah. So let's talk about any last words about Johnson before we talk about...
Actually, the one thing I'll apologize about Johnson, I apologize for saying Timo Werner is a better player than you. I apologize. That's it.
So the other side of the spectrum, and just to go back to Sarah, what a person says, if it's critique, has nothing to do with what other people do. What other people do is what they do. If there are people who are abusing anybody in life, the consequence comes to that person. Right?
Can you
We
bring that
understand.
message back
No,
up?
wait. No, I disagree. I disagree with you, Mari.
No. What she says is it's your negativity which causes toxic. And I'm trying to say no. You cannot
Okay.
blame somebody else for abusing somebody. If someone chooses to abuse someone, then that is on that person. If Dan wants to critique a player, you can't blame Dan that a certain player is getting abuse online because of Dan's critique. Those are two separate instances.
What about
No,
when they
first of all,
say on
it's
TV with Gary Neville saying that a player's not been playing good enough or whatever? Does that get them? All this negativity and toxic and everything else and that. Maybe it's toxic positivity that is half the problem, because when you don't state that there's a problem and people ignore it, then it's like there's not a problem to fix. But the problem don't fucking go away. It's still there unless you fix it. So you've got to look on both sides
Sorry,
of the game.
Sarah.
And
We have nothing
today
to do with
was
the
a
other
positive.
people doing the abuse.
Today was a positive day. There's nothing to complain about with it, really. But
wait.
critics, you do it if you're playing bad. When you're playing good, you don't get it.
Sarah, instead of going after us and blaming us that we're the issue and not helping, what's his name, Beetlejuice, how about he can be a man, take his balls, and show us why we're wrong? Go on, be a man.
Why you
The
bring up
fuck?
Donald Trump as an example?
I don't know, but she's no, clearly it's just she's a troll. She's a troll.
Just pathetic, really.
Yeah, at this point, just time her out.
Yeah. So, Timo Werner, like I said, I think for the most part, everybody played a good, solid game. Timo, okay, I'm gonna say this: he made some great runs to be in position to not finish his dinner, because man, I don't know if it's psychological, but this guy, he couldn't score in the Bronco. Like literally, I'm like, okay, sure, he's gonna score here, and go straight to Onana. And if it's not going straight to Onana, it's going off. Like, we don't know how long Song's gonna be out. We're gonna need this guy to find some.
Bro, I've
Maybe
never.
Mikey Moore gets more of a chance.
No, honestly,
When
at
he
this
came
point,
on, he looked pretty good.
play more. But I have to say, like, I've never seen the worst finish in 1v1 in my life. But what is this body position? You can't even, like, properly just hit the ball and, like, curl it. I bet you any one of us can do it. And score against Onana on a 1v1. Like, what is this? We're paying a guy 165k a week. And you can't even shoot on target. Let alone just score.
He's just not confident when he gets through. You can
It's
see
not
in his face. He's
No, it's not
scared.
confidence. He's 28.
No. I'm agreeing with you, Trace. He can't finish, but I'm saying he looks scared when he gets into the
If he's scared, then he should not be playing. It's
No,
that
I
simple.
agree, but we don't have anyone else. That's the problem.
Play more. Play the youngsters. I would not play him. But you can't even finish your dinner twice in a row. Wow, I would cut his loan in January personally. Just get him out.
Yeah, if it was that easy.
It is that easy. I swear to God, it's that easy.
Not if you've got a contract on it that says you've got to take him for the season. You can't just cut the loan.
Okay, then I would just not play him. Leave him at home, tell him, like, just enjoy your wages. We're not going to play you.
But the other problem is if Ange don't play him, and it is Ange's second time he signed him, and we don't play him, Levy's going to come down like a ton of bricks saying, why the fuck am I paying 165 grand for this fella? And it ain't going to look too good on the other side. If the man could just finish or pass, it'd be a good player, but he can't. And I think Mikey Moore should be getting more of a look in the game, whether we got to swap sides with him and Johnson or some messing about or whatever. No, I don't say drop Mikey Moore straight into a big game like today. The next game's going to be very hard against Brighton. I mean, they're no mugs. They totally destroyed us last year. Different manager, fair enough. But we need to start getting him into games more. And for me, get him some more game time, get him more used to the pitch, and then he can take Werner's place. Because whether we like it or not, Son is on the way out. He's 33 now. He's not as quick as he was. His stamina's not as great as it was. His finishing is still world class, but we've got to start looking ahead now, where he's 33. We can't just live in the past all the time with love of a player. I'm sorry, the world just don't work like that. But I still think Son is more than good enough to keep in the squad. But I think we need to bring in Mikey more to get him more game time, get him more in the pitch, and then we can start bringing him on for full games. But that's just my opinion.
Just to back you up on two things that they're not sure, I promise. When Mikey Moore went on the pitch, I've seen he looks so mature for his age. He wanted to beat his man, wanted to shoot, wanted to take a pass. Yeah. But you know the funniest one with Werner? It wasn't even the misses. It was when he had the chance to pass it to... I forgot who it was.
I know what
and then he completely missed it and it was back, everyone.
Yeah, that was terrible.
That was even worse. You can't even make a 10-yard pass. That was worse than finishing.
He ain't just shit. He's mate. He's got. I just don't even know why we got him, especially for the second time. But again, I say just forget about that crap with Werner today and that. The rest of the team was solid. We got nothing to complain about there. It just showed how poor Werner is on his last third of the game. Because apart from that, again, he wasn't the worst that I've ever seen him play. It's just his passing and finishing are just, what's the opposite word to clinical? Fucking awful. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, today I thought Porro was proper good because he actually defended very good as well. Adoji, okay, I was a bit surprised he was off at half time. I didn't think he was that bad, but I thought Spence was good when he came on as well.
Yeah, he was good.
Especially seeing as left ain't his best position, I thought he was pretty solid as well.
But I've been Spence's biggest fan, honestly, since the friendlies. I've seen so much quality from the kid, and I always said he's a better player than Udogi for that position, and the tactics. Not as a player, but just overall for that formation, he fits it perfectly. And for a guy that doesn't have many minutes and is not even part of the Europa League squad, I'm impressed.
The thing is, though, Spence has to take these chances because, like you said, he's not part of the Europa League. So it's these games plus cups. He has to just perform out of his skin, really, to try and get a spot.
Yeah, but the worst part, he doesn't even get any minutes, and he still looks like he's not even he looks like he's match fit.
Yeah.
Unlike the others.
Yeah.
Unlike Dragusin, say for instance.
Yeah, unlike Dragusin, perfect example.
Yeah, and it's like you got to take your chances when you get them, not just doing anything in life. You got to take your chance when you got it. Because sometimes you only get one chance, and he's not even to play on the left, is he?
No, but he looks comfortable on the left.
To be right, but he looks all right on there. I thought he looked good today. I mean, just a question for you three though. What did you think of the red card today? I thought
it was a red card. For me, it was a red card.
It was a red, but he did slip. There was nothing intentional about it, in my opinion.
But then it's not even about intentional. When he slipped, look carefully at his foot. He drags it up. It's like he wanted to kick him, even though he was on the floor. It's not like he just slipped and just like his foot was that position. He raises it up.
Yeah.
And he tries to tackle him.
Yeah, if he didn't do that, then maybe I'd say it was a yellow. But his foot was so high that
it's a red. Yeah. It says if you don't control your foot, if you don't control your foot, you don't have control of anything. It's a red, and it was definitely
a red. But I don't think it was intentional as much as it looked.
No. It's just
as much as some people say it was. Yeah. I don't think it was as dirty as people thought it was. It was a red through and through. It's just the way the rules are the game now. But the way his leg went up was dangerous. But it was not an out-and-out dirty tackle where he wanted to take him out as such. It wasn't intended to be as bad as it looks. And we all know slow motion can actually make something look worse. But it was a red card. So the rules
Yeah.
say. The rules say it was a red card, so it was a red card. But
Look, everyone was saying Romero was a red card against Chelsea, so why is that not a red card? Because they both
He's got a
was a
massive
red card.
point. I'm sorry, he's got a massive point. Because Romero got the same thing, pretty much. Well, not the same.
Yeah, it was a red card, I agree. But it just wasn't as dirty as some people are saying. People are saying out like
No, it wasn't
when he
dirty,
was
no,
supposed
no.
to take his knee out. There was no dirtiness in it. He slipped and it
No.
happened. And the rules are that is a red card for where his leg went, where his foot went. So it was a red. But it was just a bit. You'd say that's harsh in a lot of ways, even though it is the rules, because he did actually slip. Like when players get a yellow card for putting their foot on the ball and then their foot slips over the ball with the momentum of the ball and it lands on the other player's foot or leg and they get a red or a yellow. I think that's harsh as well. But it's the rules at the end of the day. So where do you go? I mean, when you got your foot on top of a ball that's moving, you can't stop the momentum of it and everything. You are going to slip off it a lot of the time. And when your foot's standing on it, it's going to go with it. But it's happened many a time to players, and that's just some of the crap rules we got. But today, that could have been a bad tackle, but there was no intention there.
It reminds me a lot of the Son red card when it was against Everton or Chelsea. I forgot which team.
I think it was Everton. I think you're right.
Everton, yeah. He
When
slipped and then
busted him. Yeah.
He was like crying afterwards, wasn't he, or something?
Yeah,
That's right,
it was unintentional, but it's still a red card by the rule.
Yeah. That's basically what I'm saying. There was no
Yeah.
intent in it. There was no willing to, I'm going to hurt you sort of thing. But it was a red card. Same as when Son got that red card. It was a red card, but there was no malice in it at all. There was no vicious in it, I'm going to take you out sort of shit. But a red's a red. The rules are the rules. And I think they played better with 10 men than they did with 11, personally.
I'm so happy it was Fernandez who got a red. I can't stand his face.
Yeah, he misses the next 3 games, and whew, I mean, United has it. Before I look at the stats, I'll say this: for those of you who love to, let me read the super chat. Yes, I am still alive after the storm. Just lost power for a few minutes. Sadly, up north, a bit north, a couple of people died. A lot of flash flooding. That's unfortunately when you live in Florida during the summertime. Hurricanes come, and you pray for the best. You pray for your safety, and so on. But thank God I'm doing okay, and family's doing okay. But just think about those who are not doing okay. I know the professional football team, American football, Tampa Bay, they just donated $1 million. So they are taking donations for those who may have lost their homes, who may have had damage, and so on. And then the next thing, before we look at the stats of the game, I'll throw this question to Jeff. Do you think after 1 or 2 games that a person, either the edge in or out, would change their mind?
No.
So I will throw that question to you. I will flip that question in those regards, right? We want to see consistency, we want to see change, we want to see adaptation. And so, I'm really interested in what we're going to see on Saturday against Brighton, because I think that's going to be
Fanac, can't say their name right. Fanac for us in midweek as well on Thursday. It's 5:45 English time.
Yeah, that game.
Oh, right. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I can't say their name right now.
I don't even try and pronounce things like that.
Yeah.
I just don't even do it.
Yeah.
I just say that team or that player, whatever, and that is easy in doing that. Look, this next game for us is massive, like this game was for us, because the past 3 we won were teams we should be beating. Okay, well done, we won, but it shouldn't be nothing special. That's how low our standards have got. Playing United and Johnson turning up and doing something today was the big thing, and we did. He did, so did other players. So that's what matters. But if we now go to Brighton, who are no mugs that we know, and they totally dominated us last year in every which way, but then go and get a lose that game, to an extent, it makes this one irrelevant because then we're looking very erratic again. We're not consistent. What we need to do is win that next game, and get at least 5 wins out of the next 7 games, 6 games, whatever, to get some consistency on the pitch. And then we can start preaching about it. But if we go and lose the next 2 games, whatever, then it makes it irrelevant. But today, brilliant. That match that we got, that European one, we should be doing that easy. But then we should have done the last one easy. We should have done Coventry easy. We are very well known for making a fucking mountain out of a molehill, aren't we?
Before I show the stats, Jeff, just post it. We're winning the league. And I'm with you. We're winning the league. We're winning the league, Jeff. Jeff, we're winning the league, man. Right? You want to know my opinion? We are winning the league in. We're winning the league. Right? Because we're not going to criticize. We're not going to say, right? Oh, I'm definitely Levy out. Oh, yeah. 100%. Right? Actually, no. Jeff, not only we're winning the league, I'm Levy in. Because of all the success that has come to this club. All the trophies that we have won, right? These 25 glorious years, Jeff. Yeah. Clown. So these are the final stats. Yes, they played with 10 men, but we dominated. I mean, the commentator for Peacock was saying United did not, was still asleep. And I agree. Because from the first minute, we dominated. We were on the attack. You see a total shots, 24-11. Second half, I thought there were some spells they played better. And had some good on-target shots. We've had 10-2. Off-target, 7-5. Passes, 621 to 377 for them. Clear-cut chances, we had 6. 2 coming from Timo Werner, and then we had 3 corners to their 5. This is good. This is, what, as they say, Ange ball. But does these stats, right, and the results come against really good teams? And we're talking about Brighton, right? Can we see these same things against the Brighton?
We kind of already know, Murray, because against Arsenal, we didn't win the game. We lost 1-0. And I classify Arsenal sitting Liverpool in a different bracket to everyone else.
But don't tell that to Jeff THFC, because, as you know.
I'm not saying we're a bad team. We're a good team. But are we elite? No. I mean, we're probably in that bracket below the top 3. That's what I would say.
The stats today went with the game today. Other stats say technically we've dominated games. Like people when they go on about how we dominated Leicester and should have won and dominated Newcastle. We didn't dominate either bloody team. But the stats say we did. Most of the time, just because we got the bloody ball, people think we dominate it. We don't. Most teams let us do it. Man U played the way today. We like a team to play, and the stats go with the game because we did dominate them today, bar 10, 15 minutes maybe. The stats actually work with the game today, whereas a lot of stats, if you actually watch the game, they don't go with it. Like you look at the Newcastle one, it actually looks like we were the stronger team through and through, and we bloody weren't. Leicester looks the same, but the stats actually go with this game as far as I'm concerned.
This is a hyperbole, right? Is whenever we win a game, is like we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Everyone comes out with these bloody statements. But if we're being real, we're still miles behind Liverpool, City, and Arsenal.
Of course we are. Of course we are. But we can only take it one step at a time, and that's what I'm just saying.
I know.
Today.
I'm not talking about you or the game itself, which is in the comments.
Yeah. But look,
the comments are
that's why we need some consistency now for what happens. But take it a game at a time sort of thing. And I think up until now, we've been pretty average at best. And today, I thought we were good.
Yeah.
And the what's the other guy's name? And the Steves of the world, right? First of all, from the beginning of the show, we're celebrating the victory. We're being positive. But these guys, Steve and Jeff TFSC, all they do is come on the show and want apologies. They want apologies rather than giving credit for a victory against Man United, who has lost back-to-back games 3-0, and they're on a bad form, right? It is what it is. It's not beating Arsenal or City, you know. But come here, and all they want is apologies. Well, then let's not stop at the apology.
I
Right?
have a better idea. How about you just invite them on and ask?
If you want us to say that we're winning the league, and then all 11 of our players are all Ballon d'Or candidates, okay, all right.
Maury, just invite them on and ask them for their opinions.
Some say that Man U were that bad today, but Man U weren't great today. But I think we actually made them look shit today. They weren't good today, no two ways about it. But I thought we actually played that well that we made them look shit, not just that they were poor. So again, today, just before I come off, because I've got to go, I promised the wife I'd only be on for an hour. Usually I don't. Usually that ends up 3 hours. Today, I've got really nothing to complain about. Today, I think all done, all good, nothing to have moan about really. Ange looked like he messed about with the system a bit. That's what I've wanted to see him do. Johnson looks like he's bigging up to it. That's what I've wanted to see him to do. So I've got no complaints about today. Fair play, we got it right. Now we go to the next game. I want some consistency because if we don't win this next game and the game after, this game's irrelevant. So again, today, credit where credit's due for everyone. We were fucking good. We made them look shit. So, right, I've got to shoot. See you later. Take care of yourselves, yeah? See you later.
Care,
all right, Dan.
Later on, mate.
We're still waiting for Stel. He may
Probably
jump
stuck in traffic or something.
Yeah.
Probably got into a fight.
Got into a fight in the car.
But some other good things that I'm trying to talk about. Good things in the game. This guy right here, Kulu, who I have been tough on, right? Let me say this. I have been tough on him going back to last season, very critical of his game. But these last couple of games this season, he's finding his groove in the middle. Kulu, some people say he's the man of the match. I would agree. The only one thing that upset me was in the first half, he had a chance to just lay a beautiful assist to Madison, and he didn't do it. He took the shot, and Madison was like,
I know.
But Kulu, like I said, I'm giving him his credit. He is playing much better. He is playing much better.
I think Mario, a lot of his factor is that his positional change, because on the wing, he played on the right later stages of the game. He wasn't anywhere near as effective, and because he doesn't have the same pace as say someone like Johnson or even Werner to do the running and what needs to happen in this system or just in general for a winger. But because he's moved into the middle, he actually he uses his attributes better, like his strength, his running, his distribution of the ball. He's got more space as well, rather than obviously on the right, he's always going to cut in. And I think with Bentancur behind him, who he did play with at Juve, it kind of helps him as well. And for me, since the start of the season, and he's been starting, obviously he didn't start, I don't think he started the first game. He's just been like 8 out of 10 every game. Today he was probably like 9 out of 10. So like eventually Ange must have got the hint and put him in the middle, because I mean we saw it last season, against Sheffield United in the later stage of the game, he moved into the middle with Madison, I just remember. And for me that was like a clue to what he could do there. And then finally now we're seeing him get a run of games in the middle. He's finally cooking. So yeah, he deserves all the praise he gets because he's really like kind of turned his career at Spurs around. Otherwise, I think he would have been sold in the summer.
Yeah, no, Kulu has been immense for our club, and we need Kulu to play better. We need him to be consistent, right? That's the key. That's the word we've been saying. We need this guy to be consistent for us to be successful. And so it's good that he is playing better. He is definitely, man for me. Um, and so he's playing better, and you're seeing the change that Ange is doing in putting him in the middle. And so, yeah, you got to give credit where credit's due, and he's playing much better. He definitely is. And so, um, well, we have
Mr. Box Office.
box office here. Before we go to our next subject of the game, as you know, we won 3-0, and we just talked about Kulu. He's starting to play better. Your thoughts on the game? It was the first time in a long time at Old Trafford in front of their fans, because we beat them 6-1, COVID year empty stadium, but we dominated. They only had a few spells where they had some chances, and of course they went down to 10 men. But from the first minute, we dominated that game, and 3-0. So, what's your thoughts on the victory?
I've got no complaints. I think we did really well. I think we dominated. To be honest with you, there's nothing really to complain about. The only thing I would say is at the moment it doesn't really change my mind from what I said before. I don't like my front three. I still don't like that front three. I think we can do so much better with that front three. I'm tired of people moaning about us criticizing Johnson. I'm pretty tired of it, to be honest with you. I saw on Wheel Tottenham TV one guy going moaning about it, and I don't think he actually realizes that I think he got a little bit better out of him. I think he's just said, "Well, I'm going to show you," sort of attitude. You know what I mean? Now you're seeing what you're seeing. I'm not going to give him credit for that goal, the first goal, because that was more on Van der Ven's part, as far as I'm concerned. Everything I've said on Mr. Box Office TV, which will be a new release again, don't get used to it. Mr. Box Office being happy a little bit about it. Still think we can do more, because as far as I'm concerned, this is not a trophy beating Man United. You could even look at it and say, was it Man United being bad or us being good? I don't agree with big up Dan. I don't really agree with the fact that that midfield should be solid. I think maybe to a point, yes. And Kulu did look like again Dembele today. Did remind me of Dembele today. Yes, he had a very good performance as well. Solanke was good as well. Even though I don't like my front three, I can see exactly why we get Solanke, and he done the work that he needed to do. I like a Doji played well as well, and I do agree with Spence playing well as well because he was good defensively, and Poro as well. And I don't think Vicario really had that much to do.
No, he
That's
didn't.
it for me.
He didn't. No.
So overall, good, very good performance. I was impressed with Mikey Moore. I'm not gonna wet my pants over him because like some people do. He was better than Werner. But you know what I feel about the below average Shane Long, which again, when I told you about arrogance and swag in front of goal, well, I could tell from the very moment he was in front of goal that he was going to miss. And what did he do? He missed. Why did we sign him? That was the point. But anyway, I don't want to go and drag that
Alex,
all
it
up
was
again.
such a waste of time bringing Werner back.
Well, like I said, I think that unfortunately this team still misses a top wingers, a top winger that's going to would have absolutely rinsed Man United to pieces because that should have been 6-0.
Yeah, you're right. 6-7.
You know what I mean? And unfortunately, that's where the telling thing for me is where listen, people are going to say this is being negative. No, I'm not being negative. I'm just being. I'm a fan. I'm talking. I'm being honest.
We don't have. I use this word. Hope people don't take it wrong. We don't have like killers, like go out there and just do the business, right? Like Johnson might do it one week, next week he might not do it. We don't know yet. Werner, we know he's going to miss. So
Well, this is
like,
the point I'm saying, that it's in a cup final, or to get us through these cups and European. I'm seeing in the comments now. I've rattled them already, just because I've said we can do a little bit better. But do you want a little bit better? You know, at the end of the day, and I said it on my channel, Mr. Box Office TV. What do we want to do here? We want to close the gap to Manchester City. At the end of the day,
exactly.
that is the goal. That is the goal. If you want to be top player, top team, you've got to close the gap. No, this is great. We should all celebrate, yes, but it's not a trophy. You know what I mean? This is what Liverpool do on in a good day, on a bad day. You know what I mean? They've done it on a bad day. You know what I mean? 3-0, no questions asked. Man City, no questions asked. You know what I mean? So this needs to
Arsenal
be,
even as
yeah,
well.
Arsenal as well. People complain about Arsenal, saying the way they're playing. I'm looking at them and saying, well, that was Alex Ferguson's Man United team.
They're playing like champions, aren't they? I
Exactly,
hate
the
to say it.
playing like want to do this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is the thing. But I've got no complaints about the team. But yeah, but there is a question mark on it, because of question mark on whether it was Man United being very bad, or we were very, very good. And
Bit
we'll
of
have to
both,
see whether
I
a
think.
bit of both. I say a bit of
Mm,
both.
mm.
But I'm not saying I don't give credit to the team, because the credit to the team, they've done the best they can, and that's it. You know, and at the end of the day, where do you want to go with this now? Do you want to, are we going to bring this and do something about it? Because I think Varvey said it clearly. I said it on my channel that we did beat them 6-1. We have beaten Man United under Poch 3-0. You know what I mean? So we have done it before, but we haven't shown it again.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I
But
tried giving those reasons, Alex, in Spurs Diehards group chat, and you know how that went. I don't know if you saw it.
well, yeah, at the end of the day, what do Tottenham fans want? At the end of the day, what do Tottenham fans want? You know what I mean? Like, you either want to make this into something more. You know what I mean? This statement, but where is it going to head? You see
I
what
think
I'm
the difference
saying?
is, Alex, is that the fans of, say, like Liverpool, City, and Arsenal that you mentioned, they do this like every week. So when they win games, it's like a normal thing for them. They don't go overexcited or whatever. But for us, because the way our fan base has been brainwashed, I hate to put it this way, every win like this is like blown way out of proportion. It's like, why are you not celebrating? People like me, you, and other people, or like, apparently we're not celebrating, we're not winning the game. And it's not that. It's just like, I still stand by what I said earlier this stream. It's one of the worst United teams I've ever seen, like, in my life.
Yeah,
So
But
I'm
I
not
know.
gonna go
this
nuts if we beat United, because they're just not the same United they were.
It's not the same United, and I also will say as well, and I've said it before. It is a bang average league, because you're seeing what you're seeing at the moment. You know what I mean? It's like, you saw the games yesterday. It was everyone's kind of playing the same way as well. So it's, again, this is where I go back to what I say before. Like, we should rock up to Brighton, with no disrespect to Brighton, and actually go out there and really show them a new one. You know what I mean? We've got anything in attack, but I don't think we will. Because they
here's
will
the
give us chances as well. They will give us chances as well. That's the thing. So I
yeah.
think today's just shown to me that, well done, Tottenham, for doing that. We stepped up. We taken advantage of Man United. We played very well. Certain great performances as well. But again, it's got to be consistent. We've got to do this again. And that will tell whether we are going to be able to do this on a consistent basis. And this is a season for us right now, because we're in Europe. So this is going to be a test of time, whether we can do it or not, and that's it. But I still think, unfortunately for me, it doesn't change my mind about this team. I don't like my midfielders still. I don't like that front line. The only thing I would say is, at the moment, is that I'll give credit to Doji and Poro. They're improving. You know what I mean? And Van der Ven was absolutely fantastic. I think he's absolutely fantastic. I think if he continues like this, Tottenham Hotspur have to do something this season, because
He's gonna
unfortunately,
go, isn't he, Alex, in 2 years?
that
Yeah.
run is going to be broadcast all over Europe. all over Europe. All top teams are looking at that and thinking, I want a bit of that.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, and like I said, today positive result. Everybody should be happy. Yet we still have our problems, and and I know I've gone at Steve and Jeff THFC. I just want to say this, right? And like I said, no beef, no whatsoever, right? The, yes, the 6 games in, right? And a lot of the critique on it is really looking into how we finished last season, right? Since the beginning of January, it has not been good. And we all want to see our team improve and be better. Like today, good victory, dominating victory. Now, the both can be true. We were very good, but United is very bad, right? They've lost back-to-back games, 3-0 at home. In Europe, they drew against 20. Can never pronounce that Dutch club teams correctly. They're Ten Hag out big time, and even I showed you a picture. Like they're down in the dumps now. You play who you play, and today we kicked their ass, and it's kudos for the victory today. I just want to see more consistency because in this run, right, would be Karabag, all right, Brentford, okay. Now, if we beat the Brighton, right, I'm gonna say, okay, that is a very good victory, right? And I think we have a good chance. The problem is we have to. Hopefully, Sun comes back because we have to finish our dinner because we don't have a Cole Palmer, right? Chelsea scored 4 on them, right? Cole Palmer right now, early candidate for Player of the Year in the Premier League. Like this guy's had the most GA, right, goals and assists since coming in for a player.
What I'll say, Murray, also is that wins like this, right, were kind of like a norm under Poch and Redknapp. We didn't every week suddenly go overexcited. We won a game, blah blah blah.
And that's true. And someone was comparing this on Sava's show to Harry Redknapp, and this is where I'm like, no. This is not this is not definitely this form. Anything resembles to Harry Redknapp, right?
I think Redknapp and Poch are better, but we're better managers and better teams as well. Like in my opinion,
but it's just you have to look for game and how our form is truly going. But yeah, you also have to look at the teams that we play. Like I said, where was this against Arsenal, right? Even though it was a great run by BDV, he's not doing that against Arsenal. He's not doing that against City, right? Right? Or Liverpool, right? Those are the creme de la creme right now. And so it's like you said, we're still a middle of the pack team, right? That is the teams that are, 4th through 9th, let's say, right? And now currently we're 8th, right? You are who you are. This is where we currently are in, and so we have to see how it plays out. We still have problems defensively, right? Right? For me, my biggest beef against Ange is, is not only his tactics defensively, because I believe we cannot win stuff. Okay, we're gonna outscore you 4-3, 3-2, which against Brighton it might be 3-2, 4-3. It's gonna be a fun game on Saturday. But defense, you have to play some form of defense, and for him to poo-poo it in the whole fan forum, like, and especially when the question was say people have won trophies playing a balanced football, right? Great attack, but good defense. And for me, his comment was just, for me, it's just atrocious. And so, yeah.
I think we lack. I think the thing is, I think what we're saying is composure at the moment. I think today, I don't think we needed that composure because Man United were. I think Gary Neville kind of summed it up perfectly, saying that Ericsson in the the European game said that
Yeah, he said they
players
didn't want it enough.
don't want it enough.
Yeah.
And I think that sums up the changing room of Man United at the moment. I think the thing that really concerns me at the moment, and this is why I don't really like I don't like my midfield at the moment still. I don't think I think it lacks composure when things are going wrong. Now today, to be fair, when things were going a little bit awry, but they were down to 10 men, Man United at the time, Postecoglou changed it and brought on Sarr. I think he brought on Ben Berval, who was the person in the corner as well to get the goal. And I can't remember who
What's
else.
happening? Are you talking about the third goal, Alex?
No, second goal.
Oh, Johnson crossed
No,
it.
third goal. It was a third goal because that
Star
really
header and it's Blanky tap.
Yeah. That was it. And it was straight away. It's changed the momentum because we scored the goal, and Sarr was part of it. Berval was part of it. Now I'll give credit to Postecoglou. He changed it. He did change it, and he affected the game to get us over that line to finish off to get Manchester United off completely. Yeah. But yeah, I for me, yeah, I have no complaints. But it hasn't changed my mind. No,
Same
it
with me,
hasn't changed my
Alex.
mind because at the end of the day, we've seen this before. Yeah, Johnson has scored against, and I know people are going to start saying, yes, he has done it. Yes, he has done it. Yeah, he has done it. Yeah. But it don't mean that he's a very good player still. He isn't. You know what I mean? Because like I said, Bergwijn's done it. He did it in his first game against Man City. So where's the excuse? You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's like, and look where Bergwijn's now. He's in Holland in Holland. So, you know, at the end of the day, I've got to ask Tottenham fans in the chat and everywhere else. You can have a go at me, but this is what Mr. Box Office is all about, challenging. You know what I mean? Because what do we want? How are we going to close that gap to Man City? Right? Today was good, but we need to do it more. And that's what I'm saying. So it's either you in the chat who want to have a go at people like Sava, Stelios, and all these people, right? Have a go at them when they've lived to tell the tale that they want to do more, they want to see more because we've seen it before. You know what I mean? Because we're not little children anymore. We're like adults now, in our 30s and 40s now. So what are we gonna do with this? What are we gonna do with this? Is this a momentum to win something now? Because that's going to be more than getting top 4. You know what I mean? But like I say, it's about the second part of the season, and then we'll see what happens, and that's it. I ain't this guy. Like I'm seeing Nicholas in the chat right now saying, "Oh well, we were magnificent, great. But you've seen this before, so we've got to move it forward, and that's it. And that's not negative. That's just the truth again. And I'm sorry, truth hurts. Coming from your own. You know what I mean?
No,
but, you know, some people want to run away, like certain people on one show I went on, but I don't want to say that show anyway. But anyway, moving on.
You know, people say apologies and do this and stuff like I said, I'm enjoying this victory. I'm happy, but consistency, right? It's a word that Sava uses all the time, right? Consistency. Let's do it again.
That's become the norm. That's what I was going to say earlier.
Right? I would love this, Steve. The 25 next 30 games. I would love to see that. Do I believe that happening? Nope. But if that happens, basically that's top 4. And then basically if we're in that form, maybe that's FA Cup final. Possibly winning a trophy. Because the thing is, we've had a lot of magnificent victories. I've only seen one trophy because I've supported this team since 07? So that would be, let me do my math, 17, 18 years? One trophy. One.
Yeah.
We're not being funny.
I was going to say something.
There's those who have seen one in 25 years. I've only seen one. And that was a Carlin Cup, right? The
I
only
want to just say something before I go, Mike, because I've got to go.
Yeah,
One
so
last thing. The problem is, right, is that if Ange came out and said we were a work in progress or other media words saying, you know, we're building something, blah, blah, blah. The problem is the guy has come out and said he wants to challenge for the title. We're in the title race with this in 12 months' time. And that's why we're measuring him up to these high standards and to this high perch, right? If he kind of sets himself up now saying, I always win a trophy for my second season. It's just a fact, he said the other day. So for me, if he doesn't go out and do these things, then you're just sold fans and lie. You've gaslighted fans. Why didn't you just rather keep your feet on the ground and say, look, we're a work in progress? Then I'd be more on his side. But the problem is, he's come out and said, we're going to win the title. He said we're going to win the title, but he said we're going to challenge.
Win trophies, mate.
Yeah,
challenge for the league.
I've never seen a Spurs manager in my lifetime. Even when the Jose, Conte, Joel, Redknapp, Poch, when we were supposedly in the title race in the last season, he never came out. So we're going to win it. We're going to win it. So he's kind of set himself up. So if we don't go out and do something now, I'm going to hold him to that word. So and he said, not said it once, he said it like 6-7 times now. So for me, I want to see consistency. Start believing we're going to actually win something.
And these are people with the agenda. If you watch this show today from the first minute, I have said we dominated United, right? Both could be true. United is bad. I have my mates who are texting me from across the pond who are United fans. They're screaming Ten Hag out because they are shit. Granted, both could be true. We dominated. I said I'm happy. I'm celebrating this victory. But yet, guys like Steve right here are saying, I can't be happy. What do I need to do? Do I need to strip naked to show them
No.
Like, come on now. Of course, I'm going to critique Timo Werner and such like this is right? You talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Like these people.
It's called match analysis. The pundits do it.
My beef is just with people who come in and ask for an apology, and I'm saying apology for what?
What apology for what?
If you're playing bad at a certain time and you get critiqued or criticized, then it's warranted, right? And so the guys like Johnson's and the Kulu, I even said I've been harsh on Kulu, and I'm giving him his flowers for this last couple of games, but yet people are still saying, can't you be happy about a win? What more can I say?
All I would say is this: West Ham.
Who says a horrible take? Then if it's a horrible,
can I just say this, Maury?
Go last word Spurs where they jerk off to the mediocre performances, and everybody is a Ballon d'Or winner on our team. Go ahead.
Yeah, the thing I love about these comments, especially from Steve. Big up to you, mate. You know what I mean? Keep liking and subscribing. You're saying that to be happy. I'm still not happy, no, because I'm still seeing West Ham winning Europa Conference League before us. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry, like. When I don't get bantered by and I don't have to get bantered by other teams like the top six, saying why we're in the top six, and I show some standard, and like I say, closing that gap to Man City, maybe start winning the Europa League for once in their life, maybe win the FA Cup once in their life. You know what I mean? Maybe I can start saying, start celebrating, But at the end of the day, Steve, I'll celebrate it by me going to the games, paying my money, my hard work money, going to the stadium, and they can be happy with that. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, thank you, Steve.
No one's asking
so I don't need you to tell me that I need to be happy, because they should be happy with my money, Steve. Yeah,
but these people,
my hard work money, Steve.
Thank
you very much, Steve. Anyway, moving on. Thank you for your comment, and I hope that explains to you very well. But I'm still happy because I said I had no complaints. There you go, nice whites there. Look at that, nice whites with a smile there. Fantastic, isn't it? Back to
We're all
mine.
happy.
Start
Alex,
mixing
yeah,
Spurs
it's-
I'm
with Leeds. If
happy.
you don't know, get to know.
It's,
And I'm not asking
these
for
fans think we're sitting at home, right, miserable when we score a goal and stuff. Like they're that stupid. I'm not even joking. They think, well, with Spurs scores a goal, we're not jumping up and down celebrating or doing high fives. It's like they think because we're not sitting there saying we were the most amazing team in world football, that it means that we're depressed, we're unhappy, that we won the game. At the end of the day, right, these pundits sit here on Sky Sports and on Soccer Saturday, whatever, on TNT, whatever, all these other channels, and they critique the game. They don't just say, oh, the team were like the best team in the world. They still sit there. People like Roy Keane pick holes and analyze the game. This was positive, this was negative, blah, blah, blah. We're doing exactly the same thing, but because we're doing it on YouTube, these people just write crap in the comments. I'd say that way, but it just is how it is. I mean, but these people, like you guys in the comments, you think we sit here, right? And Spurs win a game, we don't celebrate. That's what it comes across to me anyway. Like Alex, I pay my money and I go to games and bloody celebrate every goal we score. But it doesn't mean I have to come on. Come on. On every stream and study start like Maury says stripping off and stuff, like who's on the title.
Look, they want me streaking, coins, running naked. They want me to apologize, which I said earlier, so I'm not apologizing for nothing. When the team deserves to be criticized, they get criticized.
I'm not apologise for Johnson.
When the team deserves praise, they'll get praise. Today, I'm giving them praise. But it's not good enough for some in the chat because they want apologies. And I'm not apologizing for nothing. Right? You find somebody else. I apologize for something. What I said at that time weren't to be said.
I'll still stick by what I said again. If we
our channel, they're going to Saba's channel. They're probably going to go on Dan's channel, and they want apologies.
Also, another thing, Maury, what's the point if they hate us so much? Why are they watching the stream? That's what I don't understand.
Listen. This is what we thrive on. I thrive on this because, like I said before, right? You can get the hate how much you want, but you put in so much fuel in Mr. Box Office's head, and that's it for me, right? As far as I'm concerned, like I said, we got the worst fan base in the Premier League because as soon as we win this game, they're coming straight for the people that have been critical about the team, and they're so predictable. It's unbelievable, It's so. Like I said, it's like I've got no complaints because it was a very good performance. But I'm saying that let's use this to use momentum to do it. The only concern I have at the moment is that I haven't got the answers. When we don't have momentum, when we lose that momentum, can we get it back? Right? Can we get it back? Because I don't think some of those players have got the composure to do it. I don't think we've got the arrogance and swag in that strike force at the moment to just say, no, we're going to finish this game right now. You know what I mean?
You're right, Alex. You're right.
And that's going to be the crucial thing about us closing that gap to thing. And yeah, Nicholas, if you want Brennan Johnson, if you love him that much, bro, yeah, great, yeah, great, yeah. But like I said before, Bergwijn and Lamela did more than Brennan Johnson's done in his whole career at Tottenham Hotspur, and I don't see him doing anything great for Wales right now. By the way, yeah. So no, I'm not going to give him praise because we should give praise to Lamela over the years. You should give praise to bloody Bergwijn then, yeah. So like I said before, let's just put things in perspective here. You know what I mean? And that's all I need to say. I'm not going to praise averageness. I'm not doing it. Yeah. Like I say, that criticism he got, he taken that home. He said, I'm going to show you, and he's shown us.
Nah, Johnson, Nick.
Johnson. That's the point. So I don't know what we're talking about here.
Big up Mark.
Mark, I made a comment saying, why don't you marry him then if you're friend Johnson?
There are a couple of people in the chat who want me to script because of this victory. First of all, we had to monetize. That's number one. Number two, but I'm going to celebrate this victory, but I'm not going to script. And I'm not going to apologize.
No, Maury has an OnlyFans, everyone. No, I'm joking.
Well, maybe I should open the OnlyFans.
Yes.
Maybe I should OnlyFans Spurs version. OnlyFans.
Yes.
That would be nice. But no,
Anyway,
this
have one more. We'll go. Sorry, man.
great day, guys. I'm gonna show it again. And Big Up has because of this. I love this. Like, look at this. I'm loving it. The last time we won there was 6-1. There were no United fans in the building. Look at this. I love this. But big up Mark Swift. Big up Saba. Big up. No one needs to apologize. Let's do what the fans used to do. Let's say it's a good win and that we need to kick on. The abuse I got tonight because we won, it was unreal. Been a fan for 40 years. I agree with you, Saba. I agree with you. I came to celebrate and have a show about Johnson, right? Johnson scoring 4-4. I even got the sign here, right? Give praise to Kulu, who I thought was the man of the match. Also, give praise to VDV. Give praise, back-to-back victories since March, right? That's a good sign, right? Some positives. Yes, there's still some things to work on, and Timo Werner, but the people who want to ruin the show is the ones who are coming back to say, you need to apologize, and it's just like
you don't need to. Like I say, Sava was right, so I don't know where this is coming from. It's like I said before, he's got nothing to apologize for. He's got nothing to apologize for. Stanis has got nothing to apologize for. So it's like I said before. If you want to have a go at Mr. Box Office, no, I don't like Mr. I still don't like Antipostokog. I'm still not there with him. So I haven't changed my mind. No, I've not changed my mind at all. Because, like I say, I need to see this, and he needs to convince me still. I still need to see it more. Yes, he's shown me a little bit today. He's shown me a lot today.
I can guarantee you.
Let's see how he goes more.
This is our fan base. I can guarantee Timo Werner, right, who has been terrible, right? Even the happy clappers have said, oh, Timo Werner has been horrible. If he scores against Brighton at the next game, oh, you need to apologize to Timo Werner. You need to apologize. This fan base will do it. Guarantee you, there will be.
Okay, so let's turn it around then. Let's turn it around like I do on Mr. Box Office TV. Okay, should we apologize for Harry Winks then? Should we apologize for Eric Dyer then? Virgil van Dyer then, yeah? Right? Should we apologize for Emerson Morale? Should we apologize to the guy that I was laughed at on the one show saying, and some people said this, apologize to Højbjerg, yeah? Højbjerg that was I call bang average, yeah? But I would have him back in our midfield. So work that one out, guys. Work that one out. Yeah, so should we apologize to him? And should we apologize to the Argentinian Tom Carroll? You know who I'm talking about, aka Le Celso. Yeah?
Oh, he's a good we need to
should we apologize to him?
He scored 4-4.
Exactly. So what are we doing here as Tottenham fans? What do you want? We want to close that gap to Man City. That's the point. So as far as I'm concerned, yes, one victory, great. But top teams like your Man Cities, your Arsenals, your Chelseas, your once Manchester United's, your Liverpool's, they'll say, great. We move on to the next game now because we need to move it on, and that's it. Well, how many games in? 6 games in. And we're starting to put our chest out saying like we're the best yet. Does that remind you of something? Oh, yeah, last season, yeah. We had that 10-game run. And where did that end up, us?
Let me read this super chat from Phil. Big up. Yes, I'm enjoying this, Ben. Enjoy the win, lads. Come on, Spurs. And like I said...
I'm enjoying the win, bro. I'm enjoying the win. Sorry to interrupt you, Mari, but I'm enjoying the win, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm enjoying the win because Alex has got to prepare for something else tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's back to real life. You know what I mean? Tomorrow. You know what I mean? So
all my United mates, I am trashing them on WhatsApp. I'm making fun of them. I'm enjoying this. I'm definitely enjoying this victory. So big up, Phil. I'm enjoying this. I want to again. I guess Brighton. I want to see more. I'm greedy. I want to see us. I can't pronounce the team that we're playing midweek, but Spurs. We move on. We march on. Back in the day, I didn't have to ask you to get nude. Back in the day, I had to pay you to put your clothes on. Bryce, I love this guy. Oh man, my boy Bryce. I gotta get Bryce back on this show.
But
Bryce,
yeah, it's just like, but it's not, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, no, I'm not saying it's 100 people saying, oh, I need to enjoy the, no, it might be two, yeah. But I'm just saying that some people are having a go at, so like I mentioned, Sava and Stelios, because they've had a different opinion. But it's like the reason why they've got that opinion because they've seen this before and they want to see how it goes. And so they want to be shown, proven wrong. Prove it. Prove it. Like I've been saying since June 2023 when this guy came in. Prove it to me. Prove it to
so
me. And
so
that's it. Because at the moment, yes, I can see the philosophy, and it is coming true right now that the players are getting used to philosophy. The only problem I have at the moment is that they need, the only problem I have at the moment is we don't have that special player that is going to turn a game when it's going against us. You know what I mean? Like I say, I don't think we've got the composure. I don't think we've got that composure when it's going wrong. You see what I'm saying? And I think that will happen in certain top games. You know what I mean? And when you saw that like Manchester City Arsenal match last week, was it last week? You saw Arsenal under the cosh,
yeah.
but they're able to turn it around, and it's only because Man City and they were able to stick with the stay 2-1 up in 10 after 10 men, and only Man City, because Man City really pressured them so much and they couldn't hold it off any longer. They got the 2-2. Now that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? When you've got to grind it out, maybe, you know what I mean, grind out a victory or something like that, you know what I mean? And at the moment, and especially against adversity, I don't see that in this team. I don't see this in this team at the moment, unfortunately for me, because I think on another day, but a different team, I think Man United, I think some people, I think they would have scored and changed that momentum still. And I don't think we've got the players who've got that composure at the moment, and I still don't see it. And I've still got those same issues still, and that's just me. When I can't just change it after one game. It just doesn't work like that. I don't understand why people don't understand that. You know what I mean?
Because of the tactics we play, I felt a little, though we dominated that game, that
Mm.
there was some chances, especially around the 68th minute, where United, that Casemiro shot that went wide. And I was thinking, oh boy, if they score here, though they're short of man, they can make it interesting. And because of the way we play defense, it's almost like no lead is safe with Spurs. That's how I feel. Though we dominate that game, but I feel that way because of what our manager have said and just the tactics defensively, that we could always let a team come back because we expose ourselves for that. But there's a lot of positives. I was very happy to see Mikey Moore. I was hoping he would score. Um, that one shot, I was like, oh, that would have been a nice goal. But it was skied just a little bit. But it was nice to see some quality minutes for Mikey Moore. It was nice to see some quality minutes for Bergvall. Right, these are the guys I want to see.
I think it's good to see them. They were very good. They look very promising. I have to say that. Um, I don't like the fact that we haven't got competition at the moment. That's where I'm a bit like, not I don't like that they're just getting the easy ride a little bit. You know what I mean? Either you're gonna play them or you're not. And I think that's the same with Archie Gray. Again, didn't get on today, even though he was the man of the match. Again, well, supposedly man of the match against Karabag, which is absolute nonsense. But yeah, I don't like this whole thing of just giving them an easy ride. I don't think that's the right attitude to have for me. Either you're going to play them or you put them on loan for me. Yeah, I don't I don't like it. I don't think that's the right attitude to have it, and that's it. I don't think it helps the club move forward. I think, yeah, they can do better. They can improve, and you know, but you're putting a lot of pressure on them to improve. As you say, young players do have ups and downs. Even though you're seeing Palmer at the moment still continuing his form, and that's it. But yeah, that's just the way I feel at the moment about those things. I think they were very promising today. I've got to say that. Very promising today. Yeah, and also I need to say this about Van der Ven. He's absolutely fantastic the way he performed today. The only thing I would like to see, and I think he's going to have to learn, is to play without his pace a lot of time. Don't use his pace too much to get himself out of situations. I think he's got to learn positioning without having to use his pace. I think that will really determine him as a very good defender for me. Because I always look at, I think still, regardless, Dragason's not playing well at the moment. I still think he's a very good defender. And I think the arts of defending is very, very important, you know? I think he's got the minerals to the qualities to do that, Dragason, definitely. And yeah, he's absolutely fantastic, Van der Ven right now. He's playing really well. I'm not saying that, but I think he has to learn, for me, to not having to use his pace all the time. I don't think
Yeah,
he should. I think,
Alex. Like I said, he's got monopoly in the game. Get out of jail free card because the way we're set up, because the way we play. He's going to always have to use his pace. You look at Dragoson when he got the red, and you saw how he got turned by who did we play by that Carabag player. BB, it is what it is, and he's going to have to always use his pace. We just have to hope and pray that he does not get injured. That's the. I mean, it is what it is because how we play, he's always going to have 2 or 3 spots where he's going to have to make a tremendous run to save our bacon.
well, that's the thing that worries me. I don't think for me that's the art of defending for me. I don't think that's the arts of defending. For me, the arts of defending is being at the right position, knowing the right position without having to use that pace. You know what I mean? It's the speed of thought for me. You know, you don't have to have the pace, but you can have that speed of thought. You know, that speed of knowing the right position to be in to stop that attack. You get what I'm saying? And for me, that would be that's the most important thing for me. I think as a defender, I think the best defenders were able to do that. Now I know in this game right now you've got to play this high line and that's it, and that's important as well. But I do feel that he has to learn in the years to come because that's going to that's going to be more progressive in this game. Because if he does this all the time, he ain't surviving as a defender. You know, playing like this all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's important that he learns to do this. He can't always doing this pacing because I think it will wear him down. I mean, how old is he now? How old is he now?
Red Advance, what, 22, 23?
Yeah, if he
He's
continues doing that, it's not going to do any good for him. I know people say that he'll get used to it and all that, but yeah, after a few years of doing this, it's only gonna be it's only gonna wear and tear his hamstrings and stuff like maybe. I mean, I'm not a medical person, I don't know, but
big
I don't
up,
think he can use his body.
big up to Phil. Woo! The Kulu Defense League says, "Well, you're welcome, KDL." Like I said, I'm gonna say it for the third time. To be fair, last season very harsh on Kulu, very critical. But these last couple of games, he's been better. And today, my man of the match was Kulu today, and you know him playing in the middle is much better than him playing on the wing. The only thing I had a problem is that he had an assist from Madison. He didn't pass it, and Madison was just like in the first half. But other than that, Kulu was very good. He was my man of the match, and now the key word is consistency, right? Consistency. This is what we want to see from our consistency, right? If you're in good form and you're consistent, you're showing that consistency, then you won't get the critique, you won't get the criticism, right? Because you're consistently putting a performance. I'm not asking for 10s and 9s every game, but at least an 8, a 7, 8, especially against teams that we're supposed to beat. Yeah. And so, yeah, woo! The Kulu Defense League. Big up, Phil.
He was good. He was good today. He's been good the last couple of games, and he was good some parts of the season in the middle as well. I did say that he does look like, but I'm not going to be I'm not going to be nice to Kulu, because he has been shameful the last couple of years, and it's time for him to step up a little bit more. He has stepped up, but now he's got to keep this consistency. Now, I'm sorry, he's played at Juventus and Bentacore. So, like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna not be stop at him. I want to see more. I need to see more from him. I need to see him keeping doing this, because at the end of the day, he's one of the senior players now. So at the end of the day, he needs to show his worth now. He plays for Holland. He's in Swedish international. So I got the Swedish international. So he needs to show a good example now. So I'm not gonna give him. I'm not gonna give him. Stop being harsh on him. I'm not. Because if we're gonna start putting him in the breast of De Bruyne, what was it, Kevin De Bruyne or whatever, whoever we want to make him. I think he looked like a Dembele. He did have that sort of aura about Dembele, the way he was playing. But he needs to do consistently. He needs to do it consistently, and I don't want to see this any excuses anymore from Bentacore. I still got my doubts on him, and yeah, I need to see more from him. Yeah, because that would help Tottenham. That will help players like Maddison, who've got a very good connection as well. So yeah, that's what I say, definitely. And that's all I need to say. I know people are trying to get me in the comments and stuff like that, saying, "Oh, you got to do one." Honestly, if you think that, mate, you're just in the mud. That's it, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, what are you gonna say, Maury?
Yes, consistency. Consistency. Big up Sava.
Big up Sava.
And Lena said Kulu on the wings works just fine, but only if he has Kane level creative clinical striker between him and a world class striker like Son. I think he's better in the middle. He has his moments on the wings, but I just think he processes very slowly on the wings. He's much better in the midfield. But yeah, he's man of the match. He did a very good job today. Um, yeah. One person before we go, he got some game time today. What did you think of today?
Oh, Spence wasn't that bad. Spence wasn't that bad. Like I said, Spence did well when he came on. He wasn't all by the situation. Did his job very well. Got down the wing. I don't think it was helped by Werner. On the left, I don't think he was really helped at all in terms of he not making the runs that he needed to make to help Spence out. But he did well. He did well. Again, he needs to do more. He needs to do it more for me. Yeah, needs to do it more. And just keep on performing. Put pressure on Adoji. I think he's more right fullback for me. I think he feels more comfortable doing that. Whether if he was more putting more pressure on him in a decent team that we're playing against, maybe we'll see what he can do there. Whether he can cope with that, but no, I've got no complaints about him. I think the whole team was not that bad, other than Werner. Like I said, it wasn't that bad. And like I say, I don't know if I have spoken about Solanke, but I think Solanke wasn't that bad either, and I can see exactly why we brought him in, and that's it. But yeah, but on the Spence thing, I think he wasn't that bad.
Yeah, good for him to get some playing time. So this week we have another Europa League game. Do you think he is going to? Because, like I said, Sun's out. We don't know how long Sun's out. That lineup you saw today, you think you see it for the Europa game?
I think he might make some changes. I think he might because he would be having to think about the Brighton game. But I think the problem is he's got a decision to make at centre back, hasn't he? Because Dragoson's been sent off, so he's going to miss the match. But I'd expect Davis to be there. They might make a few changes at the back. I can see Burvar playing. Maybe Sarr or Basuma playing because I don't think they will want to risk Bentancur. And the forward line, I think unfortunately Werner might play. Johnson might be given a rest. And it just depends on what we've got in the front line. Whether Richarlison's back, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's going to be a mismatched team. I don't think we're going to play fully strength. I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a few changes, not a lot of changes for me. That's just me. Yeah, that's just me. I think.
Yeah, won the first game. Well, it's a road game, so it's gonna be a bit tough, but it is what it is. Like I said, I don't think we have that great depth that people said over the summer. So we got to play who we got to play. Even though we have Brighton a couple of days after, so it's going to be very very interesting lineup and how many minutes people play. But yeah, I don't think Stell's going to make it to the show. We'll do last thoughts. My last thoughts is get this off. Sorry. Uh, about that. I'm just going through the chats. My last thought is that this was a very good 3-0 victory. As you know, as a club, we're sometimes 1/2 FC or 15 minutes FC for the most part. From the beginning, from kickoff to the end, we dominated the game. Yes, there was a man down on a red card. I thought it was a red, but before that even happened, we were dominating. Something is really wrong with United. Um, it's like they never woke up to Old Trafford. It was easy to get the attempts. Even looking at the stats right here, I mean, literally, how many big chances we had? Um, clear cut chances 6, 10 shots on target, and so when you're gonna have that, you're going to win. You're going to dominate, and that's what we dominated today. Um, and the positive is that now, okay, we've got a couple of results. You know, we got a couple of victories under the belt. Now we just need to carry on to Brighton. Of course, we got carried on to the Europa League game. We just got carried on to Brighton. We always have to get better defensively. Um, despite the tactics that we play, the Brighton game is going to be, it's going to be something because um, Brighton can put the ball in the net, and so yeah, I'm seeing 3-2, 4-3, and so because against Chelsea was 4-2, and so it's going to be really really interesting game, and a couple of players, they get their flowers. Johnson was real close to having a brace. He had a good game, but that C word, Usava's word, right? Consistency, right? Can you do this in the big games, right? The real big games, and United. Sad to say that United is, well, I'm giving him his credit. Four goals in 4 games. Props to you. Kulu on good form right now. He's being good. Like I said, I've been very critical of him. VDV was great today. Romero was great. Almost scored a beautiful goal. Even Andrew was like, oh, it was just so close. Madison was good. The only person I would say that, and even I found something positive to say, he had some good runs. It's just that his finishing is terrible. It's Timo Werner. But we beat United, and it's always great to beat United in Old Trafford in front of their fans. And so, come on, you Spurs. I'll throw it out to you. Last words, Alex.
No, I've got, like I said at the beginning, no complaints. We did really well in front of Man United's fans. Some good individual performances for the team, I would say. Still got my issues with the front three though, regardless. It was good cameos from the youngsters, I would say, like Burval and Mikey Moore. Some good defending from our fullbacks. Van der Ven was absolutely superb. Kulu was great, but I still need to see more from him. Bentancur did his job as well. Madison was good as well, and I see the effect of Solanke as well. So overall, very good day. Man United are going out. Man United fans are going out of their mind, and Tottenham Hotspur fans feel that they've won a trophy already, and they're in the promised land right now. So, another day being a Tottenham fan, and yeah, good day, and that's it. So,
I love the chat. I love the back and forth in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, you know, you were the one who said Dr. Tottenham. So we're Kim, it's the worst United team of all time. We will take it because I enjoyed this. 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 Come on, you Spurs. I enjoy it. Anytime to beat United at Old Trafford in front of their fans. In fans. Oh,
No, oh yeah, I forgot to even say as well. I expect us to try and at least beat Brighton. I think the only problem, like I said, is that our front three. I'm just not convinced about the front three. I think our defenders are more better than our front three right now. Our front players, which is again because Van der Ven with that run was superb, and you saw Romero, he missed that chance. So I think that's the only thing I would say would give me doubt about us beating Brighton. But yeah, we should be beating Brighton, especially when we've got the confidence, and we don't know what's going to happen in Europe. But yeah, Raymond Son, I'm still, yeah, well done to him for scoring the tap in, and he did a very good assist. But other than that, he needs to do more for me. But it looks like that being people criticizing him, not personally, but on his football, has put a fire in him. So I'll give it to him. But yeah, I do think we should be. We've got a good chance of beating Brighton, but the problem is that I just haven't got the confidence our strikers scoring. I don't, and if you put it, I wouldn't put Timo Werner there, but we've got nobody else because we didn't buy one in the transfer window, and still, in my opinion. So you know what I mean. So yeah, but I might look silly now. I said that now because we might end up going out over there and losing. Um, but it'll be interesting to see that midfield battle as well. That'll be interesting, very interesting for me. The midfield battle and the who's got the better forwards, because I think that will be the crucial part of us winning the game or not, and that's it. Um, but I wouldn't be surprised if it draw, maybe as well. Because again, it should have been more today, and that's it. We're just not clinical enough. We're good at a certain times and got the goals at the right times to kill off Man United. But another day, I think a good team would have punished us, would have changed the momentum, and whether we would be able to change that momentum back, I don't know. So yeah, that's my issue with our front three and our midfield. So yeah, that's why I'm a bit. Yeah, I'm not confident of us beating Brighton, even though we should be beating Brighton, if you know what I mean.
yeah, we will see. We will see. Guys, we have it. What is your next show? Oh, your next video.
I've
Ready for
already done it. I've already got a video on there already.
Oh, guys,
I've released it.
please check out his video. I will put his link right here. Guys, please subscribe to Mr. Box Office. Subscribe. Watch his videos. It is definitely full of content. I will actually post. I will post it. Please check it out. Please support. Please support Alex. He is the truth sayer.
Truth,
Yeah.
truth and entertainment.
Truth.
Well, truth, yeah,
Entertainment.
truth and entertainment. Yeah, truth and entertainment.
Truth and entertainment. Big up Scott. Yeah, he's the truth of the truth and entertainment. So please, guys, subscribe, like, and check him out. We will have a show tomorrow with the boys. I'll be coming in late, and so that show will be interesting. Stell was at the game, and we will celebrate this 3-0 victory over United in their house. First time in a while in front of their fans. And I'm going to leave off with this beautiful picture. There's more. I'll bring some more for tomorrow's show with Iggy and Stell and JP and Maz and Lee. But isn't that a beautiful picture? 3-0 Tottenham over United. And this guy's probably thinking, Ten Hag out. Oh, how sweet it is to beat United in their ground. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that final score. 3-0. Beautiful. Simply beautiful. But yeah, this is all I got. And come on, you Spurs. We're out.